Hello, everybody. Good morning. My name is Monica. This is the Sunroom in Dublin. Day 53 of isolation, quarantine. We're still here. I hope you're okay. So, today's class will be about twists. Twists are really beneficial for your back to keep it healthy, for your digestive system because they increase the circulation in your abdomen, and also against stress and anxiety because they open the shoulders and the chest. So we will be doing a bit of those. This is not suitable for pregnancy. So if you have a block, get it, or a thick book. But if you don't, that's okay as well. We will start in Sukhasana, sitting comfortably, either cross-legged or kneeling down, with your hands either palm down on your knees or palm up, with the index finger and the thumbs touching in Chin Mudra. So close your eyes for a moment. And by the way, if you're around Dublin, I might hopefully be getting authorization to take classes in Cabintilly Park. So that's Dublin 18. So if you are around, please let me know in the comments. This is Finn, by the way. Some of you haven't met him yet and will be surely disrupting our class as he's doing right now. So place your hands on your knees, close your eyes, and we will chant Om 3 times. Go ahead, nobody's looking. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Om. Om. From here, we will start in Shavasana. So we start from the end today. Lie down on your mat. Let your feet flop out, your hands beside your hips with the palms up. Relax. Maybe tuck your chin slightly to lengthen your neck, lengthen your spine. If Ujjayi breathing is in your practice, you can start it now. If you like to try, simply a restriction of the throat that makes a slightly audible sound, kind of like this. And we do Ujjayi breath to stay in the moment, to concentrate on our breathing. So take your knees, bend your legs, take your feet to the mat. Bring your feet to the width of the mat and let your knees fall against one another in the middle. Try to relax your back, with your shoulders are on the floor. Nice long breaths. Then hug your knees to your chest. Let them fall to your right hand side. Open your arms to shoulder height and look towards your left hand. Keep both your shoulders on the mat. Let the weight of your legs stretch your spine. Exhale, come back to center with your legs. Let them fall on your left hand side. Look towards your right hand or your dog. One more breath. Exhale, knees to chest. So let the right leg fall straight on the mat. Keep the left leg to your chest. Both feet are really active with the toes pointing up. So press the left leg into your chest, but keep your shoulders relaxed and on the mat, and both hips on the mat. Nice long breath. On your next exhale, move that left knee towards your left shoulder. If that hurts, just bring it back to the middle. Otherwise, keep it there for a while. Not forgetting to keep both legs engaged so that the leg that's on the mat is still really active. Exhale, let it go. Bring the right knee to the chest. Press it into the chest. Both feet active. The left leg is on the mat. Straight on the mat with the toes pointing up. Nice long breaths. Exhale. Bring that right knee to your right shoulder. If that doesn't hurt, otherwise keep it in the middle. Keep lengthening, keep that left leg long and straight on the mat. Exhale, let it go. So bring both your knees to your chest. But this time, grab the backs of your thighs with your hands. I hope you can see me. And start rolling forward and back. Be careful your back. Be careful if you don't like this. Just sit down for a moment and do the following. So next time you come to the center, cross your legs, press your hands into the mat and either jump or step your feet behind you into plank. So you're not letting your hips collapse and you're not pushing them towards the ceiling. You're in a straight line. And also puff up your back between your shoulders. Don't let it collapse. Press away from the mat. Press all your knuckles, all the mounds of the fingers into the mat with your fingers spread and also the heel of your hand. And that is to protect your wrists because you're distributing the weight much better in the hands. So from plank, come down onto your mat, either bending your legs and then coming down or else in one straight line. Finn, can you move? Finny, move. There you go. He likes branches. So bring your elbows under your shoulders, hands flat on the mat. Feet are on their fronts and you're pressing into the mat with your feet. So lift your chest, bring your shoulders down and away from the ears for a little back bend. Nice long breath in Sphinx. And we'll do semicircles with our neck with a lot of caution, very slowly. There's no rush. Just to warm up and stretch the neck. On an exhale, bring your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, lift your knees, and come up into plank. From here, roll to the outside of your right foot and dip your hips onto the mat. Come back up and do it on the other side. And we'll do 2 more on each side. So 2, up, and 1. From plank, come down onto the mat, either bending your knees or else in a straight line. And tuck your toes. Bring your hands under your shoulders, elbows close to you. Inhale, cobra. Keep your arms bent, shoulders away from the ears, neck long. Exhale down. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and come up into your first down dog of the day. So feel free to pedal your legs and nod your head and move any way you want. Really press into the mat. Doesn't matter if your legs are bent and whether your heel are on the mat or not. What matters is that you're pushing up with your hips to lengthen your back, and then you're really making contact with all the points of your hands to the mat to ease the weight on your wrists. So inhale, your right leg up towards the sky. Bend your knee, bring your heel towards your hips, and then start opening your right hip. If you can, look under your right arm. On the next exhale, straighten the leg again, straighten your hips, look forward. Inhale, exhale, bring your right knee towards your left arm for a twist. Inhale, up, 2 more. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale up, right knee, left elbow. Inhale up. On your next exhale, bring your right foot between your hands. If it doesn't quite get there, give it a hand. Shorten the distance between your legs, shorten your stance. Inhale up for a crescent lunge. So your back foot is on the toes, your front knee is bent 90 degrees. Don't let the knee fall out or in. Try to keep it pointed forward. And the same for your toes. If you can, look up, otherwise look forward. If you're looking up, do a little back bend. Keep your shoulders away from your ears in any case. On an exhale, bring your left arm forward, your right hand back, and look towards your right hand for a twist. Keeping your shoulders over your hips, away from the ears, spine long, your core is engaged. On the next exhale, bring the right hand down behind your left leg. Inhale, your left hand up. If you can, look at the hand, otherwise keep looking forward for a reverse revolved lunge. Inhale, come back to center. Bring the right hand forward, back to your crescent lunge. And from here, we will open into warrior two. So open your chest and your hips and your back foot towards the long side of the mat. Your back foot is open to about 90 degrees, but it's pointing forward. So maybe open and then move it forward a little bit. Turn it forward. Your shoulders, your chest are open, but you're looking through your middle fingers. Shoulders down, neck long. For Virabhadrasana 2. Keep bending that right knee to 90 degrees. Don't let it fall in or out, and make sure you're not gripping with your toes. Inhale, turn your front hand to the sky or the ceiling. Exhale, tilt back. So your left hand will go to the back of your left leg. Your right hand is up. And you're looking at it if you can. Otherwise, you can look forward or you can look back at your foot. Exhale, come back up. Start straightening your right leg, keeping a micro bend to protect the knee. So inhale, start moving forward. You might need your block here if you want to use it. Moving forward with your arm. When you can't go anymore, come down onto your shin, the floor inside the foot, or the block inside the foot, whichever you prefer. Open your chest, left arm going towards the sky for Trikonasana, triangle. So again here, try to imagine you're between two panes of glass. You can't go forward and you can't go back. You have to go just up, sort of push up away from the mat. And your right hip is going lower and forward to stretch your lower back even more. Try to keep both thighs really active. They're pulling up the knees. One more. Exhale, start bending your right leg and place your right forearm onto it. With your left hand, open your chest towards the sky. Inhale your hands up, turn the palm forward, and then bring the arm parallel to the ear for Parsvottanasana or side angle. So from here you can stay in this position. Otherwise you can try a bind and a twist by taking the right hand between the legs, turning the left hand backwards, bending the arms, and letting the hands meet and the finger interlaced under the legs. If you can't quite get to the other hand, you can always grab the t-shirt or the tie with your left hand. If you're here, and wherever you are, keep opening your chest towards the sky. Keep activating your legs, especially your back leg is really active. And bringing your right hip down and forward to increase the stretching in the lower back. Try to keep your neck and shoulders relaxed. Nice long breaths. There are lovely fluffy clouds here. Exhale, release. come all the way up, come to the front of your mat for dancer. So there's two different levels here, you can choose your own. Move your weight onto your right foot, bend your left leg, and grab your left foot from the inside, so not here, but here inside. Keep your knees together for a moment and lift your right arm up. And I'm on very bumpy grass here. So this is the first level. You can stay like this and press the leg into your hips and straighten your back. If you would like to do the full pose, then start leaning forward and at the same time kicking your left foot into your left hand. Slight back bend, bringing the chest more or less parallel to the floor. Pushing away from the mat with your right foot. 2 more breaths. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, spine long. Exhale, plant your hands and come to plank. So either you have 3 ways here. You can lower your knee and untuck your toes and come down. You can come down in a straight line, or else if you can do chaturanga. If you like to try chaturanga, I have uploaded a video, a mini tutorial just for that. So have a look if you feel like and give me some comments. So anyway, if you're in chaturanga, you will be doing up dog, but if you are all the way down to your mat, untuck your toes, place your hands under your shoulders, elbows close to you. Inhale, cobra, spine long. Exhale, down. Inhale, tuck your toes, lift your knees, come to downward facing dog. So from here, try to really press away from the mat with all the points of contact of your hands. Fan your fingers out with your middle finger pointing forward and really press away from the mat, hips towards the sky or the ceiling. Spine long, don't let it dip. Legs really active. One more breath. Inhale, lift your left leg up, bend the knee, point it to the sky and bring the foot towards the hips. Open that left hip. If you can, look under the left arm. Inhale, bring your hips parallel to the mat again, straighten your leg. Exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow, twist. Inhale, up, 2 more. Twist. Inhale, up. Twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring your left foot between your hands. Help it if it doesn't quite get there. Shorten your stance. Inhale into your crescent lunge. Again, you have your front knee bent, your back foot on its toes, arms up, but shoulders away from the ears and relaxed. If you can, look up. If you can't, look forward. Do a slight back bend. On your next exhale, bring your right hand forward and your left hand back and look towards your left hand for a twist. Back leg is still very active. Exhale, bring your left hand down onto your right leg and your right arm up for a revolved reversed lunge. Inhale, bring your hips parallel to the front of the mat again and both your arms up for a lunge again. And then open your chest, your hips and your back foot to the long side of the mat. So your hips are very open and you're looking through the middle finger of your front hand. Your front knee is tracking through to your second toe. So it's not falling in, it's not falling out, straight forward for Virabhadrasana 2 or Warrior 2. Inhale, turn your front hand to the sky or the ceiling. Exhale, tilt back. Look at your hand if you can't, otherwise look forward, or else at your back foot if you prefer, if your neck feels better. So find what feels better for you. It's your class. Never work through pain. So on an inhale, come back to warrior two. Start straightening your front leg, leaving a micro bend in the knee to protect it, and then start tilting forward. When you can't go anymore, come down with your hand on the block, if you prefer, on the shin, or else on the inside of the foot. Inhale, your right arm up. If you can, look at it, otherwise keep looking forward for Trikonasana or triangle. Really engage your thighs so you feel like you're pulling up your kneecaps. Keep your spine long. Try to keep in one straight line without moving your hips forward or backwards. Remember, you're between two panes of glass. You can only go up. Inhale, bend your left leg. Place your left forearm onto it. Open your chest with your right hand. And inhale your right hand up. Turn it towards the front of the mat. And then bring your arm parallel to your ear. You can stay here in side angle or Parsvottanasana. Or else you can try a bind and a twist by bringing the left hand under your legs, turning the left hand backwards, bending the arm, and bringing the fingers to interlace. Or else, if you can't quite reach the finger, you can bring the right hand to the thigh or the t-shirt behind you. Wherever you are, keep opening your chest. Keep bringing the left hip down and forward to lengthen your lower back. And on your next exhale, release the pose. Come to the front of your mat for dancer. So root your feet into the mat. Move your weight onto your left foot. Bend your right leg and grab your right foot from the inside. Keep your knees together for a moment. Bring your left arm in front of you. So if this is where you want to stay, that's perfect. Just push your foot into your hips to lengthen your quads. If you want to try dancer, start leaning forward, kicking your right foot into your right hand, bringing your chest more or less parallel to the mat. Now, don't let your left knee splay out, keep it right behind you. One more breath. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fall forward. Plant your hands, inhale, halfway, exhale, down. Plant your hands, come to plank, come to the mat, whichever way you have chosen. Untuck your toes, bring your hands under your shoulders, elbows close to you. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Plant your toes, lift your knees, come up to downward facing dog. Push away from the mat, fan your fingers open. Keep your hips lifted, spine long. And take a walk to your hands this time. When you get there, lift your right foot, place your right hand underneath it with the palm up, and do the same with the other foot. So try to move your weight forward a little, let your head dangle, and then pretend you're getting up so that you get a lovely stretch in your back body. Keep your head dangling and relaxed. One more. Exhale, free your hands one by one and unroll yourself up vertebra by vertebra with a lot of caution in case you have low blood pressure. So be really slow, take your time. Once you're up here, root into Tadasana. If you do have a block or a book, I recommend you put it between your thighs just to do this pose. But if you don't, it's fine. So if you don't have the block, you can bring your toes to touch and your heels slightly apart. If you do have the book or the block, you won't be able to. But really press into the block if you have it, or otherwise really, really activate your legs. Rooting into the ground, like we were throwing roots, we were growing roots to keep us stable. So really activate your legs, bring your sit bones slightly down and forward, so tuck them slightly. Your abs are long and really active. Your shoulders are back and down, fingers active, pointing towards the floor, chin parallel to the floor, maybe slightly tucked to lengthen your neck, and you feel like you're being pulled from a thread in the crown of your head. Tadasana, mountain pose. One more breath. Let the block go, and we'll do a twist. So still rooting your feet, bring your right hand in front of you, left hand behind you, and start turning towards the backhand. So your hips will try to come with you, and really I would say to try to keep it towards the front of the mat, but to protect them, not to do a movement that's too separated. Let them come with you for a little while, and then do the rest of the twist just with your spine, looking at your backhand, keeping your back long and your leg active. Nice long breaths. One more. Exhale. Release and change hands. So the left goes in front, the right goes at the back. Again, twist, bringing your hips with you for a while, and then doing the rest just with your back, with your spine. Shoulders are relaxed, away from the ears. One more. Exhale back to center. So open your legs to the long side of the mat with your feet open to 45 degrees. We will do 10 Kapalabhati Pranayama. This type of pranayama is really good to detoxify your body and helps against sinusitis. So we'll inhale passively, opening our hands, stretching our arms. Exhale actively, bringing our, and forcefully, bringing our fists to our chest, and bringing our belly button in and up towards the ribs. So we'll do 10 of those in a squat. So let's go down to our squat. Inhale, 10 Kapalabhati Pranayama. Down, bring your hands to your knees, maybe widen your stance a little bit if it's more comfortable in your squat, and then dip your right shoulder towards the left leg to stretch your shoulder and your back. Exhale back to center, dip the other shoulder down. If you want, you can let the finger of that hand rotate to the inside of the leg if it's more comfortable. Exhale back to center. Straighten your legs. Bring your feet, the outsides of your feet parallel to the outside of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fall forward. Bring your weight forward. Let your neck dangle. And then place your right hand in the center. And inhale, your left hand up. Look at it if you can. Activate both your legs. Try to keep your hips more or less parallel to the mat without being too strict. Exhale back to center. Left hand to the center. Inhale your right hand up. Look at it if you can. Keep your hips parallel to the mat as much as possible. Legs are really active. Exhale, come back down, turn towards the front of your mat and bring your feet together. Keep your legs bent, tuck your sit bones a little, inhale up into chair or Utkatasana. Shoulders down away from your ears, spine really long. So to keep the shoulders down, you can do this. You can bring your arms down, turn your palms to the front. Feel how your shoulders go down onto your back. And then try to keep the shoulders that way, lifting the arms. So bring the hands into prayer, into your chest. Inhale your spine long. Exhale, turn towards your right hand side and place the left elbow outside the right knee. So check that your knees are still together. On an inhale, you lengthen. On an exhale, you twist. Bringing the hands more towards the center of your chest. If you want to deepen this pose, you can bring your weight into your right leg and then move your left behind you for a lunge. Either way, just keep lengthening when you inhale and twisting when you exhale. If there's no more room to twist, just stay where you are, trying to keep the shoulders relaxed. Spine long. And if you're in a lunge, keep the back leg really active. On the next exhale, if you're in a lunge, move your weight to your right foot again. Bring your feet together. Wherever you are, relax the pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, up, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, come to plank. Come to the floor, whichever way you have decided. Untuck your toes. Keep your elbows closed. Inhale into cobra. If you did chaturanga, you'll be doing upward facing dog instead. Exhale down, plant your toes, lift your knees, come to downward facing dog. Again, fan out your fingers, push away from the mat. If you want to check that your dog is the right length, come into plank. If you don't have to move anything, it's okay. If you do, maybe it was too short or too long. One more breath in down dog. On the next exhale, walk the feet to the hands. This time we'll do ragdoll. So grab either elbow, opposite elbows, and let the head dangle. Move the weight forward onto your toes and start straightening and bending the legs alternatively. If you prefer, you can also do semicircles with your back. So whatever you feel like doing right now, whatever is you feel is more beneficial for your own body. On an exhale, let your hands go and start unrolling yourself up vertebra by vertebra again with a lot of caution if you have low blood pressure. Take your time, there's no rush. And we're back in our Tadasana. So root your feet, activate your legs, hip bones, your hips are slightly tucked, shoulders back and down, fingers pointing to the floor, chin parallel to the floor, a little bit tucked, feeling like you're being pulled by a thread through the crown of your head. Exhale, release. This time we'll do twisted as 2 levels, so you'll decide on your own level. So lift, root through your right leg, bring your weight to your right leg, inhale your left leg up, bent. Place your right hand to the outside of your left knee, and on an inhale, twist looking back at your left hand. If you want to deepen this, straighten your left leg, grab the inside of the left foot, straighten the left leg, and keep looking back. Wherever you are, take long breaths. Keep your spine long and straight. One more. Exhale down. We'll do it on the other side. So bring your weight onto your left foot. Bend your right leg, bring it up. Place your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Inhale your right arm back and look at it. If you prefer, with your left hand you can grab your right foot, the outside of your right foot, and straighten the leg. Looking back. Pushing away from the mat with that left foot. Exhale, release. Pet your dog. And open your legs to the long side of your mat. Your feet open to 45 degrees for our Kapalabhati Pranayama. So this won't feel right straight away. You just practice it, and sooner or later you get the benefits of it. It's really, really important to practice these things, if possible, a little bit every day, and see how they can help us concentrate on our breathing and change even the way we're feeling in that moment. So bend your legs into a squat. Inhale, your arms forward, your hands open, and we'll do our 10 Kapalabhati Pranayama. Well done. So hands on your knees. Excuse me. Dip your left shoulder towards your right leg. Lengthen the shoulder. Exhale, back up. Right shoulder towards left knee. Exhale, back to center. Come all the way up. Bring your feet, the outsides of your feet, parallel to the outside of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fall forward. You can widen your stance if you wish to. You can do the same twist we did before. Otherwise, come with me. So bring your right hand to the outside of your left leg. Inhale, twist. Bring your left arm up. If you can, look at the left arm. Really activate both legs, both thighs are pulling up the kneecaps. Exhale, down. Grab the other leg. Inhale your right arm up. Activate both your thighs. Your hips are more or less parallel to the mat. Exhale, down. Turn to the front of your mat for chair. So bring your feet together, knees bent, hip bones slightly tucked. Inhale, arms up. Bring your hands into prayer. Inhale your spine long. Exhale, turn towards your left hand side. So you're here. Bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. If you want to, you can bring your weight onto your left foot and bring your right foot behind you for a lunge. Wherever you are, on an inhale, you lengthen your spine. On an exhale, you twist a little more if there's room to do it. Otherwise, you just stay where you are, trying to keep the shoulders relaxed. Your jaw relaxed, your teeth separated. Separate the top from the lower teeth. Don't be grinding your teeth. Remember your ujjayi breathing. Remember your breath. Exhale. If you're in a lunge, move your weight to the left foot and bring your right to meet the left. Wherever you are, release the pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands to the mat. Come to plank. Come to the floor, whichever way you've chosen. Untuck your toes. Hands under your shoulders, beside your chest. Elbows close to you. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Tuck your toes, lift your knees. Last downward facing dog of the day. Push away from the mat. Fan your fingers. Your middle fingers are pointing forward. You're pressing away, puffing up your shoulders. puffing up your back between your shoulders. One more. Exhale, down. Come to sit on your mat for both pose or Navasana. So you can grab the backs of your thighs for the moment, bring your weight back, bring your legs to tabletop. And from here, play with straightening them. Maybe alternatively, maybe together. If you want to do the full pose, inhale your arms up, shoulders away from the ears. You can stay in tabletop, or else you can lift your leg and you'll be shaking, and that's fine. And if you want to add a twist to this, you can grab opposite foot with opposite hand and turn back. And try not to fall like I'm doing. And then grab the other foot and turn back if you're doing the twist. Not my thing today, it seems. No working out for me. Exhale, come back to the center and let it go. So bring your legs to the chest, give them a hug, go on your tippy toes, move your weight back for cosmic egg. So just sort of hug yourself for a moment. Exhale, bring your feet down, and we'll do half lower to the fishes. So straighten your right leg onto the mat. Cross your left leg on top of it with your foot beside the knee, and plant of the sole of the foot on the floor. Inhale your spine straight. On an exhale, grab your left knee with your right hand and turn to look back with your left hand behind you for support. Keeping your spine long, and don't forget both your feet are really active, like the right foot is pointing up, the right leg is really active and engaged. Nice long breaths. And if you want to deepen the pose, you can bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee and push yourself even a little bit more. Lovely twist for your digestive tract, because it brings new blood to the area and aids in your digestion. Exhale, come back to the center. Change the cross of your legs, so your left leg is straight onto the mat, right leg is crossed over it with the foot beside the knee. Inhale your spine straight, grab your right knee with your left hand. Exhale, twist. Bring in your right hand behind you for support. Remember to activate your left foot by pointing the tippy toes to the sky or the ceiling, keeping your shoulders down. And if you want to deepen this twist, bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee and push a little bit more. Ring in yourself. Spine long, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, release. So open your legs as wide as they will go, with the toes pointing up. Straighten your spine. Try to sit a little bit forward. Don't let yourself roll back. Maybe place a blanket under your hips if you tend to do that. And then on an exhale, start walking your hands forward. It doesn't matter where you get. What matters is that the area between the belly button and your pelvis stays long. So we're not curving down. We're not collapsing. We're keeping our spine long. We're not caring how deep this pose is. We're just stretching the insides of our legs and keeping our spine long and our shoulders away from the ears. Two more breaths here. On an exhale, walk your hands back slowly. And this time we'll put in a twist. So turn towards your right hand side. Leave your left hand there and bend your left elbow. Inhale your right hand up and exhale. Bring it towards your left foot. You can grab the foot if you can reach, or otherwise you can keep your arm up. We are aiming to keep the shoulders and the chest open, so if this collapses your shoulders and your chest, just keep it open. Try to keep both hips as much as possible onto the mat. Nice long breath. Try to relax your neck, but really activate your legs. One more breath. Exhale, release. Turn onto your left hand side. Place your right hand down, bend your right elbow. Inhale your left hand up, exhale, move it towards your right foot. Either grab the foot or keep opening, keep your chest really open. Keep your legs really engaged, pulling up with the quads, with the thighs, pulling up your kneecaps. Keeping both hips onto the mat as much as possible. Make it big, make it wide, don't close yourself. Exhale, release. So from here, come all the way down to your back for bridge or wheel, whichever you prefer. First, I will demonstrate bridge. So if you're doing bridge, bring your feet close. Actually, whatever you're doing, bring your feet close to your sit bones. If you're doing bridge, place your hands beside you on the palms and start lifting. First your sacrum, and then your sit bones, and then your abdominal area, and then go towards your chest. If you want, you can shimmy the shoulders behind underneath you. Interlace the fingers and press your hips up. Try to keep your knees parallel and don't let them splay out. If you're doing wheel, you can bring your hands beside your ears with your fingers pointing towards your shoulders. And then inhale, lift yourself up, keeping your feet parallel, your knees parallel, don't let them splay out. Bring your weight a little bit more to your hands, towards your hands. Try not to grip with the toes, and wherever you are. 2 more breaths here. On an exhale, slowly come back down. Hug your knees to your chest. Let your right foot fall onto the mat. Take your left knee with your right hand and bring it to your right hand side. Inhale, your left arm open, look towards your left hand. Nice, long, relaxing twist. Exhale, come back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. This time, let the left leg fall onto the mat. Take your right knee in your left hand, bring it to your left hand side. Open your right hand to shoulder height, right arm to shoulder height. Look at your right hand. And breathe. You have worked really hard, and this is the time for relaxation. Exhale, come back to center. Grab your big toes with your first 2 fingers, your peace fingers. Open your legs, soles of your feet towards the sky or the ceiling, and roll from side to side to give yourself a nice back massage in Happy Baby. On an exhale, hug your knees once again, and then let yourself fall out, splay out into your Shavasana with your feet just falling out, your hands facing the sky or the ceiling. Make yourself comfortable, maybe make yourself warm if you feel a bit cold. And if you can, take at least 5 to 10 minutes in this pose. It's really important to let the benefits of the practice sink in, to relax your body, to rest it, to regenerate it. So maybe you can pause this video and you can stay here for a while. Whenever you're ready to come out of Shavasana, roll onto your right hand side, curl up, take some more breaths to relax. And then, with the help of your hands, bring yourself to a sitting or kneeling position, whichever you prefer. Keep your eyes closed for a moment, and I will read you a quote from Rumi, and I will repeat it 3 times. I am not this hair, I am not this skin, I am the soul that lives within. I am not this hair, I am not this skin, I am the soul that lives within. I am not this hair, I am not this skin, I am the soul that lives within. So take a moment to thank yourself for doing this for yourself today, for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. And bring your hands into prayer. Today, as you go forward, may your thoughts be peaceful, your words kind, and your heart open. So we'll kneel all together and say Namaste. Sorry, we'll bow all together and say Namaste. Namaste. So thank you very much for sharing this practice with me. Please subscribe if you haven't already done it, and click on the bell if you want to receive notifications of new videos. And write me any comments, any requests, any questions you would like. So good luck with the quarantine, and thank you very much again. Namaste.